chapter 10 we will read about pollution, the pollution of different type, that is air, water and soil. And we'll again read that since it is environmental science, we'll read that the pollution of air, water and soil is mainly caused by humans, and animals are least the main reasons for this. What is the meaning of pollution? The pollution is a very common word and we are almost reading it every day. The environmental pollution means the addition of any substance or form of energy. It could be sound, radioactivity to the environment at a rate which is faster than the environment. So if the rate is faster, then it causes pollution. It can be dispersion, breakdown, recycling or storage in some harmful form. So any unwanted change in the characteristic of various physical features of the earth is called pollution. The pollution may be natural or it may be caused by humans. The natural pollution, how can the pollution be natural? The natural pollution will be when there is a storm, so lot of dust is seen. When there is volcanic eruption, then large amount of gases are given out. These gases cause pollution in the air. The substances which are responsible for bringing about pollution are called pollutants, like dust particles. There are three types of pollution: air, water and soil. So air pollution means the release of gases, finely divided solids or dispersed liquid and aerosols. These are released into the air and they exceed the capacity of the atmosphere to make them affect the biosphere. So when there is air pollution, then the air is affected, and this air pollution indirectly affects the health of the humans only. The air pollution results from a variety of causes. Most of these are caused by humans. The dust storms and the desert storms are not under the control of humans, so they can be called as natural air pollutants. These dust storms, the volcanic eruptions, they are caused by nature, and those which are caused by humans, they contribute to the chemical and the particulate pollution of the air. Some of the air pollutants which are discharged into the air are the first pollutant is the carbon compound. The carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, they are the single largest source of air pollution, and the single main pollution is the pollution caused by the machine of the automobiles. So they production of large amount of carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide, which is the main cause of pollution everywhere. Second pollution is the nitrogen pollution caused by nitrogen oxides, nitrogen monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfuric acid, etc. The third pollutant is the sulfur oxides like sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acids and hydrogen sulfide gases. These gases are produced due to many reasons. Most of the sulfur oxide emissions are from industries. So again, human is the main cause. Then the combustion of gas for engines or heating purpose releases hydrocarbons, which is the benzene. Toxic substances which are acidic in nature, which have a drastic effect on the life of the human beings. Metals like lead, nickel, etc., they are also the main cause of the air pollution. The particulate matter like smog, dust and ash, they are also examples of the air pollution. What are the sources of air pollution? The sources of air pollution are many. The air pollution can be caused naturally. Like the most important natural source of air pollution is the volcanic activity. Whenever there is a volcanic activity, it produces large amount of dust, it produces large amount of gases. These are toxic, poisonous, and these eruptions like volcanoes as Karakota volcano in the East Indies, they are related to measurable climatic changes. And the dust released from the deserts and the storms is also an example of the natural pollution. Then production of pollen grains is also an example of pollution which is caused due to nature. Then this example of pollution of the air which affects the humans, the pollution caused in Agra. An example is the pollution of the Taj Mahal, the city of Taj Mahal. The air pollution can be artificial, which is caused by humans. The burning of fossil fuels and the oil derivatives such as nitrogen oxides. Another cause in the industrial smoke and ash. So industries, refineries, mills and manufacturing plants are developing everywhere, and reason is the human beings. All of them together pollute the air through the emissions. The automobile exhaust is one of the major and particular problem in the urban areas where the ultraviolet rays in the sunlight. What do the ultraviolet rays in the sunlight do? They combine with the hydrocarbons. These hydrocarbons are given out from the vehicles and they are the compounds which are left in the air. And in the presence of sunlight, these hydrocarbons combine with the ultraviolet rays to form petrochemical smog. It has risen steadily in the 20th century. Smog word you must have heard. The thermal power plants produce a large amount of gases. These gases are nitrogen dioxide, carbon monoxide gases. They are said to have affected the health of humans mostly. Impact of air pollution on the earth are many, which are a serious threat to the environment. One of them is the greenhouse effect, in which gases called the greenhouse gases, they trap the heat. The greenhouse effect is very common. The greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide is one of the major. One of the major gas is the carbon dioxide, whose increasing concentration in the atmosphere causes the greenhouse effect. Due to this effect, the temperature of the earth rises, and this rise in the temperature makes the temperature of the earth rise, which causes melting of the polar ice, and therefore there is more water lost in the river, and these rivers carry the water which causes flood in the coastal areas. How can the pollution be controlled? The air pollution, the best way to protect air quality is to reduce pollution and by controlling the amount of burning of fuels. Air pollution due to vehicles can be controlled by reducing the emissions from the vehicle, use to unleaded petrol, then by using those fuels which are clean fuels. For this, the mostly use unleaded petrol. Even the engines are designed in a manner that leads to complete burning of the fuel, which reduces the air pollution. The air pollution due to the industries' power plants can be reduced by removing the particulate matter and gaseous pollutants. The particulate matter means the particles which are thrown out. By using cyclone collector, in which the waste is centrifuged and the suspended particle moves forward its wall and is finally discarded. It is a machine where the dust particles in the air are collected by the machine and they are then made less harmful. This removes 90% of the matter from the exhaust of the chimney. Many laws have also been formed by the government at the state and the central level. These laws prevent the pollution of the air. For example, the Air Pollution Act of 1981, the Environment Act of 1986, and the Motor Vehicle Act of 1938. These are the pollutants. These are the pollutant controlling acts, the laws which are used to reduce the pollution. The next pollution is the water pollution. Water pollution involves the release of substances which become dissolved in the water and deposit in the bottom of the lakes, streams, rivers and ocean and collect in the extent that they interfere with the functioning of the ecosystem. As water is main good solvent, it is used for different uses by humans and therefore this water becomes useless for the humans. The addition of substance in the water which contaminates and makes it unfit for drinking and making the water harmful for the health of living beings is said to be water pollution. Similar to air pollution, there are many sources of water pollution. These are the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides and materials, the waste from the septic tanks, the tanks which are where the human waste is collected, underground water. So they collect large amount of human waste, and they make the underground, if there is a water source reservoir underground, then it will become poisonous. Industries located along the waterways, if there is an industry located near a river, then they will throw the waste and chemical into the water, which will pollute the water in the river. The cities and towns contribute their loads of domestic sewage and other urban waste into the river. This is the main problem in the cities.